Okay. Now, Thang Thing, go ahead and do this thing for me, please, Thang Thing.
Share the slide.
Namo. Oh, you cannot see the slide. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought I shared already. No, I did not. Okay, go ahead. I could not hear you.
Namo Fundamental Teacher Sakamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Sakamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Sakamuni.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Oh, okay, I see. See what? Okay, that's good. Okay. All right, go ahead.
The answers of such a wonderful form in 100,000 human eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I've come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the Dashcom One's true and actual meaning.
Thank you. All right. Let me briefly, it will take me some time to introduce. Okay, anyway, so we are using this book to start out with the consciousness only, because this book is it's all about consciousness only. And basically, at the beginning, the author using the one of the very famous Buddhist teaching is all Dhamma have no self. From this teaching, he breaks into two different questions. The first one is, what are all Dhamma? The second one is, why does it called no self? If these two questions here, if we understand clearly, we know the core teaching of the Buddha. So what? Okay, the first question, this is what he answered. All Dhamma. He actually, when we're talking about all Dhamma in Buddhism, there are 84,000 Dhamma. The number 84,000 represent many. It doesn't mean that 84,000. So we have to come to this. He the Maitreya Bodhisattva. He also reduced to 600 Dhamma, and this Bodhisattva we call Sachu Bendu. He reduced now to 100 because human cannot be able to remember that many, right? We cannot be able to remember. So 100 is good number.
A bunch.
Right, a bunch. So 100 Dhamma, it breaks now into 5 groups, or we can 5 categories or whatever. The first group is we call the mind Dhamma. Why the mind? There are 8 consciousness. This is what the mind. Or the mind king, because each one of them represents individual king. Right? The second one is the Dhamma belonging to the mind Dhamma. Okay, this is where the Buddhist psychology kick in. And I will tell you the detail. And that means each one of the king have the courtier and subordinate. That means this is belong to the 18th. But some of the consciousness use a certain number of the 51. But the mind consciousness uses all, because the mind is the best, right? Best for the good, best for the bad. And also these two together, actually, they create the Buddhist psychology. As well, these two together, they create the form Dhamma. That means the material. Inner, everything is the creation of the mind. Before 100 years ago, scientists not be able to understand The consciousness creates reality. They do not understand that. They thought that the reality creates the mind, vice versa. But now they recognize that the other way around. Because everything, we are the one who created, right? And also, as a non-interrelated mind, this is some of them is not complying with this tree right here. This is by itself. Okay? We will touch on that later on. It is a little bit about 24. So the first one is 8. This is 51. This is 11. This is 24. And this is unconditioned Dharma. That means the Dharma of non-existence. The first 4 right here represent for the Dharma of existence. This is what we call the material world. This 4 right here, this is represent for the non-material. That means the practice. If we want to get enlightened, we need the Dharma to practice. That's what they call unconditioned Dharma. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's good. Let me go through quickly here. So the 8 consciousness here: eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, consciousness, mana, Alaya consciousness. Let me quickly here. Okay. I also have the picture, but you know what? Let me. But okay, I think it's a good idea to. Okay, so basically here, this is the 8 I described in detail, and that's how they are. So you see the 5 right here. They are interact with the 6, right? The 6 is the one who controls the 5. You see, this is the central nervous system, right? The central nervous system, they consist of 2 components. The first one is the brain. The second one is called the spinal cord. This is the spinal cord. They run all the way to the back. The spinal cord is just like communication highway. It carries all the nerves, right? The nerve connect from the brain all the way to entire body. It which control the brain, which is control the entire body movement, sensation, feeling, the 5 sense, right? They control all this. That's important. Okay. So okay. So I just want okay. And I also teach the kids as well. I teach all these things.
You teach them this?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But when I teach, I create the model easy enough for them to understand. I tune them down. Okay. So they okay. Where I try to okay. Let me walk you. I have you know what I okay. So before I share you the 8 consonants, I think it's a good idea to share you this as well. This is the 51 Dharma belonging. So they divide into 6 groups. The first group we call the 5 universal interactors. This is the first model for the Buddhist psychology. You see the contact here? Okay.
Okay, yes.
Oh, okay. You just give me 1 second. Let me open another PowerPoint. I will show you. I'm not too sure. I have all these things here. Oh, I do. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is the 8 consonants. This is how they connected. Okay. When the the model that relate to, I think, let me see. Hold on. To be patient because I have too many things I need to remember. I create so many PowerPoint. It's okay. I can open another one. Give me one sec. The psychology, this one. Psychology. Okay. Yeah. You look at this thing here. William, can you see all the PowerPoint I changed from one to the other? Can you be able to see them all?
Yes, I see there are 4 layers of consciousness in the upper left corner.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That. I just want to make sure that you follow. Okay. So basically, you look at this thing here. This is the 5 universal interactive. That's the first group of the 51 Dharma belonging. And this is the first model for the Buddhist psychology. When our eyes see the flower, okay, let's say that if someone yell at us without reason, that means our ear contact the voice, that person, right? The mind automatically will pay attention to the boy, not the hearer, but to the object. Okay, and also our eyes contact the physical body of that person, right? So our mind pay attention to the physical body of that person. When we pay attention to that, automatically the feeling will arise so strong, maybe anger, angry, right? Because maybe inside here we have a lot of uh, uh, anger seed, right, in here, right? Due to the cell attachment here. When we see the 4 different types of cell right here, cell delusion, cell view, cell pride, cell love. This mana consciousness, that is the 7 consciousness, attach to cell. What do they attach? Attach to this here, to the 8 consciousness, the thing that we put in there. For example, if the one who very intelligent, that means based on their knowledge, right? That means they attach their knowledge at the cell. Does it make sense? Therefore, those things is we easily suffer due to this. This is the most troublesome. That all the suffering arise for us come from here, and this one is where all the emotion comes, right? So when the anger of when the feeling of angry arise so quickly, right? It will control the perception. When it controls perception, we will have the negative perception. Does it make sense? So when it have a negative perception, what kind of negative do we have? We say that why this person, how dare he yell at me? I would teach him a lesson. Those negative will control the 5 senses. Right here. This 5 senses represent in the karma. There are 3 types of karma: the mind, the mouth, and the body. This is the mind, and this represents the mouth and the body. He could say, he could yell back, right? Or he could physically violent due to the negative perception. Does it make sense? For the same example, with the same model, we can, that is the one that gives you the negative outcome. Now we can walk through the positive outcome. You can also see the benefit of this. Okay. When that person yell at us without reason, our ear contact the voice. Our eye also contact the personal appearance, right? Our mind automatically pay attention to the voice as well as the person. Automatically, the feeling of anger arrives quickly because we have much in here, right? At this moment, if we spend a lot of time doing the meditation, this is where they help. It will help. So we be able to aware of the sensation of the anger, right? When we get angry, we feel the face get very hot. The hand we hold the fist and it's shaking, the body is shaking. At that moment, if we be able to aware of those things, of those times, and it will help us to have the positive perception. I know. This is the we say it silently in the mind. I know. I know I am angry right now. Anger is not me. I am not the anger. Why should I get angry? Because anger is a feeling. It's come and go. If we attach to that, at me, at mine, we suffer, right? Therefore, once you be able to form the positive perception within few seconds, your tension of anger decrease quickly. And you know what? You will, because that is the positive, and we are also have the positive perception continue like this. If I say anything back to that person right now, just like I pour the gasoline into the fire, I better keep my mouth shut and walk away, take a deep breath. So when he formed the positive perception for that, he will, that means this the mouth and the body will act accordingly to the perception, right? The mouth will keep shut, right? And take a deep breath and walk away. So the outcome is positive. This is the first model, just like it's for the quick fire extinguisher, right? It helps to get to stop the anger at that moment. But there is the second model to uproot the anger once for all. So I just introduce you quickly here, and so that's our. So, but this is your first time, huh?
That's very helpful.
I spend so much time to grade it. So when I teach the kids, I based on this thing I teach the kids. But they do understand. Easy, very easy. Very easy for them to understand. so what I get into quickly. I also I teach the on Saturday. I teach for from 7th grade to up to high school kids. And this work yesterday, I start working on the create many different model, emotional model. For example, if the person who for the 8 concept model as well, if the person who do the reading, how the mind work. If the person who do the memorization, how the mind work.
Oh, yeah.
If the person who do the thinking, how the mind work. So forth and forth. So we will see the power of the mind. This is important, right? I'm working on it to put all those things together. But anyway, I think that is a good introduction to you, I guess.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, now we go back to our class. Okay, thank you, everyone. Oh, you know what? I think it's okay. Let me. I already in the middle. I think it's a good idea to not this one. Yeah, I think. Let me see. Let me continue on the thing here to. This is no, this is not the one. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Okay, let me quickly here. Okay. So in the Dhamma belonging one, right? This is the first model. This is already 5, right? The next 5 is we call the 5 particular state. This is the second model of the Buddhist psychology. This model here to uproot the anger one for all. And this is need a lot of practice. Okay? And also we also have the 11 wholesome beings. Everyone have this thing. Every living being. not only human, but we have to know how to activate it, right? So faith, there is an inner shame before order, no craving, no greed, no ignorance, tranquility, vigilance, equanimity, non-harming, and so on. Okay, anyway. And so this is the first three groups, right? This one right here, just like the king have the good courtier, right? The good subordinate, right? The six fundamental affliction, greed, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, doubt, evil view. This is evil view. Okay. This is represent for the bad courtier, the bad subordinate of the king, right? And this is the troublemaker for our suffering. Come from here, and we have to use this thing and this thing together to transform this thing. And you know what? Not stop right here. Each one of this trigger one of the 20 of this thing.
Say that again. That each,
Okay, each of the fundamental affliction, when you arrive the week, right, it will trigger some of this.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, it is, yeah.
so that means we have 20 derived various affliction. I also have the model for that as well. So anyway, and the form dharma, and so on and so on. So I just want to okay. Anyway, let me see the emotion. Let me see. Emotional. Okay, here. When I say when we have big, right? That means this person is very good at consumption. That means they don't want to show you that they are ready, right? This person is very good at flatter, right? If they want to get something from us, they come and they say good thing about us, right? To say something that we like to hear from them, right? And when they getting it, they turn their back. And they are very proud of themselves to use the dirty trick to get the benefit for themselves. And they also jealousy, right? If they jealous, if they see someone better than, if they cannot be able to get what they want, they get angry, right? Anger. When the anger, if they keep the anger inside, become resentment. The resentment for a while, it becomes maliciousness, right? So, and also this person is very deceitful. They are not honest, right? And they are lack of inner shame. That means, oh, you know what? They also, if they cannot get what they want, they have a desire to harm others. If they come to this point, that means they have a lack of inner shame. That means when we do bad thing, right, we feel shame to ourselves. But this person, they never have any shame to themselves. And shame, lack of shame before other, that means they don't feel shame before other people. That is really evil person anyway. Laziness and neglect. This they never discipline, right? They don't go by law. They go by jungle law, right? So and they do not have the right discernment, the right understanding. They live in fear and anxiety. You see that? This is what we call emotion, the model of the emotion for the weak and so forth. Okay. Anyway, hopefully give you the introduction.
Yeah.
You never see this thing, right?
No, never saw that before, but that's true.
Right. So you only know about 8 constant, but nothing else.
Well, I mean, some
Only some.
other, but
But
no, this was much more detailed than what I have ever experienced.
you read it or what?
I study.
Oh, you study.
Yeah.
What's your major? If you don't mind,
When I,
you major.
well, when I was in college, I was industrial engineering.
Oh, you are industrial engineering.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm a computer scientist.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, okay. Now we can return to our today class. Okay. Let me upload everything here. I have too many things open. Okay. Let me so let me summarize what we have learned about this one right here. We are in the you know the traveling, right? Okay, hold on. Where we are going. So traveling, that means start out with the ignorant, right? Due to the ignorant, it's right condition for mental formation. This is where we break karma. Due to this two right here, this one here, it's the right condition for the consciousness. This is where we enter into the mother womb. And inside the mother womb, the power of the karma create the fetus body. And that's what we call the name and the form. Form, that means physical body. Name, that means the mental. I don't know why they call it that for the name, but actually that's what it means. And inside the mother womb, the baby sixth sense develops. When the baby come out, the sixth sense contact the outside world. That means the sixth sense object. That's what the contact. Due to the contact, we have the feeling. Due to the feeling, we have the desire, craving, right? Due to the craving or desire, we attach, we possess. Due to the extreme possession, this is where you create karma. And therefore, after we die, whatever we create karma here, we will rebirth, right? And we are dead, aging and death, and so on. So I walk through each one of it. We spend a lot of time to analyze and right now we in I already walked through the whole time, and we are in ignorance to learn a different what ignorance means, the lacking of understanding the truth, and also the wrong view. Okay, anything like that. Okay, anyway. So we learn about the Sakkaka Sutra. He the one came to the Buddha and challenged the Buddha. That he said that the Buddha teaching is about he have a doubt on the Buddha teaching, and you know what? No one can defeat him. He the debater. He that no one can defeat him, even the Buddha. So he come and challenge him. So before he come and challenge the Buddha, he met one of the Buddha's disciples. They call the Venerable Assaji. And he asked the Venerable Assaji, what did your teacher teach you? So basically, this is what the teacher say. Okay, before that, let me go back here. Okay. Okay. Give me. So you know the Buddhism we call the five etiquette, right?
Hey, we can't see your screen right now if you're meaning to share it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Okay. Thank you. I just review what we have learned so far, and you also missed 2 or 3 class already. I think it's a good one to review. So the Sakkaka, the Nigatha son, right? He asked the Venerable Assaji that what your teacher teach you, what kind of discipline that your teacher provide. And well, he said that, well, my teacher said that the 5 etiquette, right? The form, the feeling, the perception, this is the mental formation, and this is the consciousness. Well, he said that the Buddha said that all this thing here, nothing in here is I, myself, or me, right? So that means, but you know what? Due to that, he said that this is the wrong view. I'm going to teach. I want to see the Gautama. That means the Buddha. I want to see, and he have the wrong view. I will help him to have the right view. Oh, oh and in the way he said is very, very threatening. He tried that. I will. That's why he tried to make fun of the Buddha and teach the Buddha just like the little kid. That's what he So this is for when he come and see the Buddha, and he also asked the Buddha the same thing. Did you teach your disciple about that? The way I just say, that means the five etiquette. Not me, not myself, and not I, right? Well, not mine, right? Not mine. Well, so, and the Buddha said yes. And you know what? And he said that, you know, I am. It's more than that. So he said that, oh, this thing here, each one of this is myself. This is his view. This is the wrong view of the Sakkaka. He said that each one of this is represent for the myself. Okay. I think it's a good idea. Just go ahead and we will here. Okay, let's see the Buddha teach him. It's good to go back and start from here. Okay. Okay. How does the master Gautama discipline his disciple? Right. This is what he repeats, and whatever I just said. Right. You might go ahead and start reading. So we will reread some. So okay, go ahead. You want to read it?
Okay, as Adivesana, I discipline my disciples in this way. This is presented to my disciples. Form is inconstant. Feeling is inconstant. Perception is inconstant. Fabrications are inconstant. Consciousness is inconstant. Form is not self. Feeling is not self. Perception is not self. Fabrications are not self. Consciousness is not self. All fabrications are inconstant. All phenomena are not self. This Adivesana is the way in which I discipline my disciples. This part of my instruction is generally presented to my disciples.
So do you understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Anything that's impermanent can't be anything. I mean, yeah.
Okay, William, go ahead and read the next one. Yeah.
When you clicked on the link, it didn't share the screen, the new screen. We're back to the other ones.
Okay, thank you. That's right. I did not do that. I do the other way. That's okay.
Yeah, Zoom is sneaky like that.
No, that's okay. Okay, a smile occurred to me.
A smile occurs to me, Master Gautama. Let it occur to you, Agivasana. Just as any seeds that exhibit growth, increase, and proliferation all do so in dependence on the earth, or just as any activities requiring strength that are done, all are done in dependence on the earth. In the same way, Master Gautama, an individual with form as self, taking a stance on form, produces merit or demerit. An individual with feeling as self, with perception as self, with fabrications of self, with consciousness as self, taking a stance on consciousness produces merit or demerit. Then Agivasana, are you saying form is myself, feeling is myself, perception is myself, fabrications are myself, consciousness is myself? Yes, Master Gautama, I'm saying that form is myself, feeling is myself, perception is myself, fabrications are myself, consciousness is myself, as does this great multitude. What does this great multitude have to do with you? Please focus just on your own assertion. Yes, Master Gautama. I am saying that form is myself, feeling is myself, perception is myself, fabrications are myself, consciousness is myself. Very well then, Agivasana. I will cross question you on this matter. Answer as you see fit. What do you think? Would a consecrated noble warrior king, such as King Pasenadi of Kosala or King Ajatasattu Bedihi Putta of Magadha, wield the power in his own domain to execute those who deserve execution, to find those who deserve to be fined, and to banish those who deserve to be banished? Yes, Master Gautama, he would wield the power in his own domain to execute those who deserve execution, to fine those who deserve to be fined, to banish those who deserve to be banished. Even these oligarchic groups, such as the Bajans or Malans, wield the power in their own domains to execute those who deserve execution, to fine those who deserve to be fined, and to banish those who deserve to be banished, to say nothing of a consecrated noble warrior king, such as King Pasenadi of Kosala or King Ajatasattu Vedehiputta of Magadha. He would wield it and he would deserve to wield it. What do you think, Agivasana? When you say form is myself, do you wield power over that form? May my form be thus? May my form not be thus? When this was said, Sakaka, the Nagantha son, was silent. A second time, the Blessed One said to Sakaka, the Nagantha son, what do you think, Agivasana? When you say form is myself, do you wield power over that form? May my form be thus, may my form not be thus. When this was said, Sakaka, the Nagantha son, was silent a second time. Then the Blessed One said to him, answer now, Agivasana. This is not the time to be silent. When anyone doesn't answer when asked a legitimate question by the Tathagata up to 3 times, his head splits into 7 pieces right here. Now, on that occasion, the spirit, or Yaksha, Vajrapani, or not Yaksha, Yaka, Vajrapani, thunderbolt in hand, carrying an iron thunderbolt, was poised in the air above Sakaka, the Nagantha son, thinking, if Sakaka, the Nagantha son, doesn't answer when asked a legitimate question by the Blessed One up to 3 times, I will split his head into 7 pieces right here. The Blessed One saw the spirit of Vajrapani, as did Sakaka, the Nagantha son. So Sakaka, afraid, terrified, his hair standing on end, seeking shelter in the Blessed One, seeking a cave, asylum in the Blessed One, seeking refuge in the Blessed One, said to the Blessed One, let Master Gautama ask me, I will answer. What do you think, Agivasana? When you say form is myself, do you wield power over that form? May my form be thus, may my form not be thus. No, Master Gautama. Pay attention, Agivasana, and answer only after having paid attention. What you said after isn't consistent with what you said before, nor is what you said before consistent with what you said after. What do you think, Agivasana? When you say feeling is myself, perception is myself, fabrications are myself, consciousness is myself, do you wield power over that consciousness? May my consciousness be thus, may my consciousness not be thus. No, Master Gautama. Pay attention, Agivasana, and answer only after having paid attention. What you said after isn't consistent with what you said before, nor is what you said before consistent with what you said after. What do you think, Agivasana? Is form constant or inconstant? Inconstant, Master Gautama. And that which is inconstant, and is that which is inconstant easeful or stressful? Stressful, Master Gautama. And is it fitting to regard what is inconstant, stressful, subject to change as this is mine, this is myself, this is what I am? No, Master Gautama. Is feeling constant or inconstant? Inconstant, Master Gautama. Is perception constant or inconstant? Inconstant, Master Gautama. Are fabrications constant? What? Oh, inconstant, Master Gautama. What do you think, Agivasana? Is consciousness constant or inconstant? Inconstant, Master Gautama. And is that which is inconstant easeful or stressful? Stressful, Master Gautama. And is it fitting to regard what is inconstant, stressful, subject to change as this is mine, this is myself, this is what I am? No, Master Gautama. What do you think, Agivasana? When one adheres to stress, holds to stress, is attached to stress, and envisions of stress that this is mine, this is myself, this is what I am, would he comprehend stress or dwell having totally destroyed stress? How could that be, Master Gautama? No, Master Gautama. That being the case, Agivasana, don't you adhere to stress? Hold to stress? Aren't you attached to stress? Don't you envision of stress that this is mine? That's the name of the Buddha. This is myself. This is what I am. How could that not be the case, Master Gautama? Yes, Master Gautama. Suppose a man suppose a man in need of heartwood, seeking heartwood, wandering in search of heartwood, were to enter a forest, taking a sharp axe. There he would see a large plantain trunk, straight, young, immature. He would cut it at the root, and having cut it at the root, cut off the crown. Having cut off the crown, he would unfurl the leaf sheaths. Unfurling the leaf sheaths, he wouldn't even find sapwood there, to say nothing of heartwood. In the same way, Agivasana, when you are interrogated, rebuked, and pressed by me with regard to your own statement, you are empty, void, mistaken. But it was you who made the statement before the assembly in Vasali. I see no contemplative or Brahmin, the head of an order, the head of a group, or even one who claims to be an arhat, rightly self-awakened, who engaged in debate with me would not shiver, quiver, shake, and break out in sweat under the armpits. Even if I were to engage a senseless stump in debate, it, engaged with me in debate, would shiver, quiver, and shake, to say nothing of a human being. But now some drops of sweat coming out of your forehead, drenching your upper robes, are landing on the ground, whereas now I have no sweat on my body. And the Blessed One uncovered his golden-colored body to the assembly. When this was said, Sakaka the Nagantha son fell silent, abashed, sitting with his shoulders drooping, his head down, brooding at a loss for words. The Dumaka, the Lavachi son, sensing that Sakaka, the Nagantha son, was silent, abashed, sitting with his shoulders drooping, his head down, brooding, at a loss for words, said to the Blessed One, Lord, a simile has occurred to me. Let it occur to you, Dumaka, said the Blessed One. Suppose, Lord, that not far from a village or town was a pond. There in it was a crab. Then a number of boys and girls, leaving the village or town, would go to the pond, and on arrival would go down to bathe in it. Taking the crab out of the water, they would place it on the ground. And whenever the crab extended a leg, the boys or girls would cut it off, break it, and smash it with sticks or stones right there, so that the crab, with all its legs cut off, broken, and smashed, would be able to get back in the water as before. In the same way, whatever Sakaka, the Nagantha son's writhings, capers, and contortions, the Blessed One has cut them off, broken them, and smashed them all, so that Sakaka, the Nagantha son, is now unable to approach the Blessed One again for the purpose of debate.
Okay, stop right there. So it is easy to understand.
I understand it. But it's,
Would you summarize what you said, Brett?
Are you asking me, Tay?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so here the Buddha was questioning Agivasana after Agivasana was being very arrogant about how he would dominate the Buddha in debate. And very quickly, just by pointing out the impermanence of the aggregates and that, and like drawing attention to the fact that we don't have control over them, that very quickly Agivasana was, out of his depth, was unable to refute the Buddha, and became embarrassed because of his, his attachment to his self-pride, and it was completely deflated. And then the analogy, one of the Buddha's disciples kind of summed up what had happened as just the Agivasana being as kind of powerless as a crab relative to a human.
Well, the way the Buddha debated, use the same argument that he had, right? And walk him through step by step, right? At the beginning, well, he asked the Buddha about that you teaching the same thing the way that your disciples say. So the Buddha confirmed that, well, all the five aggregates that have no self, right? Not myself, not what I am, right? And so he objects, right? That means no. He said that each one of this is myself. And the Buddha said that if you say that, do you have the power to say that this form have to be like this, not like this? Of course, no, right? He's silent. And the Buddha speaks second time, he keeps silent. And the Buddha said that if you don't answer me the third time, your head will split into 7 pieces. So, well, he answered. So now Buddha asked him to make sure that he acknowledged and answered from himself, right? So he walked him step by step. He said that, so do you have the power to control those things? No. Then that means all this 5 allegations here is impermanent, right? Impermanent, that means we when we are holding it impermanent, it's stressful, it's easeful, stressful, right? If we attach to the self, we will very stressful. So that's why the Buddha step by step to show him that that's how it be. Um, um, and that means he have no point to debate at that time, because the truth is spelled out step by step by the Buddha. But he's the one who accepts every single step. That's important, right? So, wow. I think we can finish this thing here. Let's see, where are we? Okay, I think we are here, right? Now we're here? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Tammy, you want to continue finish all this thing together? Well, I think we've done this thing today. Tammy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I can't read right now.
Oh, okay. You are not. Okay, that's okay. Thank you. Jimmy. Jimmy? Okay, it's okay. You can help me to read it if you want to. Okay.
So when this was said to Duvuka, the Chavi-san, just wait, just you wait, Duvuka, just you wait, Duvuka. You're a big mouth, Duvuka. We're not taking counsel with you. We're here taking counsel with Master Gotama. Then turning to the Buddha, let that be, Master Gotama. Our words and those of other ordinary contemplators and Brahmins, prattling as it were. Now, Master Gotama, to what extent is a disciple of Master Gotama one who carries out his message, carries out his instruction, one who has crossed over and beyond doubt, one with no more questioning, one who has gained fearlessness and dwells independent of others with regard to the teacher's message? There is the case, Agivesana, where a disciple of mine sees with right discernment any form whatsoever, past, future, or present, internal or external, blatant or subtle, common or sublime, far or near, every form as it has come to be, as this is not mine, this is not myself, this is not what I am. He sees with right discernment any feeling, any perception, any fabrications, any consciousness whatsoever, past, future, or present, internal or external, blatant or subtle, common or sublime, far or near, every consciousness as it has come to be, as this is not mine, this is not myself, this is not what I am. It is to this extent, Agivesana, that a disciple of mine is one who carries out my message, carries out my instruction, one who has crossed over and beyond doubt, one with no more questioning, one who has gained fearlessness and dwells independent of others with regard to the teacher's message. And to what extent Master Gotama is a monk and arhat, one whose mental effluents are ended, who has reached fulfillment, done the task, laid down the burden, attained the true goal, laid to waste the fetter of becoming and is released through right gnosis. There is the case, Agivesana, where a monk, Having seen with right discernment any form whatsoever, past, future, or present, internal or external, blatant or subtle, common or sublime, far or near, every form as it has come to be, as this is not mine, this is not myself, this is not what I am, through lack of clinging sustenance release. Having seen with right discernment any feeling, any perception, any fabrications, any consciousness whatsoever, past, future, or present, internal or external, blatant or subtle, common or sublime, far or near, every consciousness as it has come to be, as this is not mine, this is not myself, this is not what I am. He is, through lack of clinging sustenance, released. It is to this extent, Agivesana, that a monk is an arhat, one whose mental effluents are ended, who has reached fulfillment, done the task, laid down the burden, attained the true goal, laid to waste the fetter of becoming, and is released through right gnosis. One thus released is endowed with three unsurpassables: unsurpassable vision, unsurpassable practice, unsurpassable release. And a monk whose mind is thus released still honors, respects, reveres, and worships the Tathagata in this way. Awakened, the Blessed One teaches the Dharma for awakening. Tamed, the Blessed One teaches the Dharma for taming. Tranquil, the Blessed One teaches the Dharma for tranquility. Having crossed over, the Blessed One teaches the Dharma for crossing over. Totally unbound, the Blessed One teaches the Dharma for total unbinding. When this was said, Sakaka, the Naganta-san, said to the Blessed One, "It is we, Master Gautama, who were insolent, who were reckless, in that we construed that Master Gautama could be attacked statement by statement. For there might be safety for a person who has attacked a rutting elephant, but there is no safety for a person who has attacked Master Gautama. There might be safety for a person who has attacked a mass of fire, but there is no safety for a person who has attacked Master Gautama. There might be safety for a person who has attacked a fanged snake, a poisonous snake, but there is no safety for a person who has attacked Master Gautama. It is we, Master Gautama, who were insolent, we who were reckless, in that we construe that Master Gautama can be attacked statement by statement. May Master Gautama, together with the community of monks, acquiesce to my offer of tomorrow's meal." The Blessed One acquiesced with silence.
Okay, I think good enough.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay. So, quickly summarize because I'm running out of time. Okay, summarize quickly here. I have the model here. I will. Let me see. What is this? Is it the one? Okay, that's the one. All right. So let's quickly here. So let me go through here. So basically, right? Basically, this is the end. This is for the Arahat, one who mental influence are ended. That means the mind, the mental influence. That means the mind of the one who pray karma, either good or bad. Doesn't matter we pray good karma, we still suffer. Right? It's still in the cycle of the death and rebirth cycle, right? But one who be able to end that, that means there no affliction, no more affliction. One who which fulfillment, then the Titan laid out the burden. That means the burden of death and rebirth. And attend the true goal. That means attend the other hardship. That means end all the suffering and end no more rebirth. This is the last birth of the human, of the unenlightened one. Does it make sense? This is important. So that means this is the birth of the Holy One. And we already learned about the feather, 10 different feathers. Feather, that means the one who, if we attach to those things, we will suffer. So he already end all those things. He eradicate all those things already, and he truly released from it. And this is what we call the right discernment, to the right view and to the right contemplation. Yeah. From the fire gate and the pre-period, that means the past, the present, and the future. Let's say that when we're talking about the physical body, right? We do have the past physical body, the current, and the future. And all those things, it's not mine, not myself, not what I am. And the feeling, when it occurs, right, we do have the old feeling. That means the past feeling. If we still attach to those past feelings, we suffer, right? So those past feeling is not mine, not myself, not what I am, right? And the current feeling is same thing, right? Not mine, right? Even for the future as well. And the perception, that means it's the old thinking, right? It's not mine, it's not myself, it's not what I am. Current one, and even the one who have the who live with the illusion, right? The perception, that illusion, they always attack my and myself, and that's why they suffer. But Buddha said that those things is not not myself, and not what I am. Therefore, that's how we be able to. So you see that the three periods work with this thing, right? Perfectly. Internal, that means internal. You can consider internal. The physical body is outside and inside, right? Those things is also not mine, myself, right? All right, and and uh, plante and settle, right? They are not mine, myself, and common and supreme. All those things, phenomenon, it's nothing, it's mine, it's nothing, it's myself, it's nothing what I am. Ultimately, this is what if we always contemplate due to the Buddha teaching, if we understand the Buddha teaching, that gives you the right view in the Eightfold Path. And you base on the Buddha teaching, and when you hear something or you learn something from others, you based on the principle or based on the right view, you contemplate. This will give you the right contemplation. And that's what gives you the wisdom, right? So when we contemplate in this way, right, also about impermanent or those things, we will be able to release, that means detach. And we will be able to attain the liberation. That's the whole idea, right? So that's important. That's quickly. I just stop right here. So does that make sense, right? Is that easy to understand so far? This kind of teaching you learned in the past, or this is your you should learn this this kind of teaching, right?
I've learned this, but not in this detail.
Not in this detail. I'm talking about the non-self.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah, right. But you don't learn in the detail in the way that we learn today.
Right. Right.
This is important. Why contemplate on this thing will help us to lessen the suffering. That's why the right view is so important. Then we don't have the most number one enemy is not from the outside, from the inside, the out ignorance, out wrong view. That is the number one enemy. So we have to always look inside ourselves to correct it. Usually when the people have the wrong view, they do not know that they are in the wrong view. Okay. So I know what I think today I will stop right here because my teacher will have a class next. I have to stop right here. Oh, I hope you enjoy the class.
It did. It did very much.
Okay.
Very unexpected.
Everything is affinity.
Yes. Yes, it is.
John, go ahead and read this one.
Everything reading. My mind is going reading for life. share the fruits of peace, a heart of goodness, luminous and bright. The people here see our hearts, heart can find giving unity. May that mind sweet to great compassion, wisdom, and joy. May kindness find reward. May also relieve their grief and pain. May this balance break the darkness of the endless night, because our hearts are one to scroll pain to paradise. May all become compassionate wise. May all become compassionate wise.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Today it's yeah, there you go. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Bye.